crawl out from under your bridges because it's time for Trollin' the Mitten. Your favorite local comedy podcast where we bring you the best and brightest from the Great Lakes State. I'm your host, Aral, a Michigan Reconnect student here at Lansing Community College in the Digital Media, Audio, and Cinema program, where, just like in nature, stars are forged through exposure to pressure and a lot of hot air. Welcome to the show, everybody. I cannot thank you enough for tuning in to the very first episode of Trollin' the Mitten. Yeah, this show is a bit of a dream come true for me. Just like every other middle-aged white guy, I've always dreamed of having a podcast. But I'm actually a professional actor and voiceover artist. I've been living and working in the greatest state in the union, for almost my entire life. And I wanted to be able to showcase some of the incredible talent we have here in Michigan. I mean, we all know Madonna grew up here, and Eminem, Jeb Daniel, but I mean, did you know that John Hughes was born in Lansing in 1950? He grew up in Grosse Pointe, baby, before his family moved to Chicago when he was in 7th grade. What about everybody's favorite sexy werewolf, Taylor Lautner? Lautner? I don't know. Our little Tay-Tay was born in Grand Rapids, 1992, grew up in nearby Hudsonville. The thing is, though, there's hundreds of other wildly talented individuals that you've probably never heard of right here in this state, just as funny, just as entertaining, just as sexy as any Yahoo in Hollywood. So this show, while obviously it's going to be a chance to lovingly poke fun at my favorite flyover state, it really is all about all of them. I want to create a space where those talented artists can come and play and entertain all of you and just share our love for our beautiful, wonderful, incredible home state. So sit back, relax, unless you're driving or doing surgery or something, and enjoy episode 1 of Trollin' the Mitten. In Michigan, we live for the open road. The miles of bright orange cones, ridiculously short merge lanes, hours stuck in unpredictable traffic, and that one guy who thinks the rules of the road just don't apply to him. So clear your calendar, call your therapist, and fill up that gas tank. It's construction season in true Michigan. Your trip begins at michigan.blorg. Hey, welcome back. Now, almost all the interviews in this show are completely improvised. My guests might come in with a little bio for the character that they pre-planned, but all the interactions, all the questions and answers, they're all completely improvised. So, of course, for our inaugural episode, it made sense to have one of the funniest and nicest guys I know, Rico Bruce Wade, come onto the show. Now, Rico is a professional actor, comedian, improviser. Actually, he was one of the first main stage cast members at Detroit Second City back when that was still a thing. He still tours with his comedy, and he teaches actually for the Detroit Creativity Project, an amazing improv project for kids in Detroit. It's him and a bunch of other famous people from Hollywood, but he still lives right here in the capital city, baby. So this is one of our first interviews we recorded for the show, so neither one of us really knew how it was going to shake out. I'm pretty sure Rico showed up without even an idea for a character. So he came in, I threw him the idea of a local Lansing archaeologist, and as you will hear, he ran with it. So enjoy my interview with Archie the archaeologist. And we are back with our next guest. We have a local archaeologist here in Lansing, a Lansing archaeologist on the show. Super excited to have you.
How do you do? I'm Archie Peebles.
Archie Peebles?
Yes, Peebles, BB.
Peebles, okay, not Peebles.
No.
Archie the archaeologist. So Archie the archaeologist.
I get that a lot also.
Well, it's your name and your profession.
Is.
So did you choose your profession because of your name, or is it just a coincidence, sir?
I have had an interest in old things for all of my life.
Cool.
When I was a young child, I was called an old soul.
Oh, sure. I get that vibe from you. Totally. And here we're all about the voices, vibes, and visions. So tell me your vision. What did you bring here to show us today?
Today, I am going to show you some of the wonderful objects I have found in my work around Greater Lansing. People don't understand how rich the history is here.
It's true. Well, we have a tendency to kind of, pave over most of our history in the city. But, tell us about the history of Lansing.
Excellent. I will pull this.
Ooh, that's big.
It is.
What is that?
This is a plush frog.
Okay.
As you can see, it has pink skin.
It does. Some of it's coming off. It looks like it definitely looks old.
It is very old. It has to be at least 20 years old.
Yeah.
I haven't carbon dated it yet, but I am certain that it is at least 20 years old.
Sure. I'm not sure if carbon dating can be that specific. But yeah, 20 years is, I guess, old. I don't know. That makes me feel old. I'm twice that. But
it harkens back to a time when children had oversized toys. It does make you wonder. Yeah. 20 years ago, were children that much bigger? Look at the size of this frog. Can you imagine the child that hauled this around?
Sure. Archie, I got to ask you, where did you study archaeology?
I am self-trained.
Shocker. Okay, great.
Let me show you my bottle of lotion.
Oh, you've got more.
Yes.
Cool. I don't want to burst your bubble.
Normally
yet, so
find a bottle of lotion.
What do you mean here? I got a couple in my bathroom.
But this bottle of lotion has been lost to the ages.
Oh.
For at least 15 years.
So wait, I'm sorry. Is it the body of lotion? Did it belong to a famous Lansingite or?
That is the question, isn't it? Why was this bottle of lotion preserved? It must have belonged to someone who was very famous.
Oh, so
why else would they have preserved this bottle of lotion?
Where did you find this 15-year-old bottle of lotion?
I spent many years working my way into an abandoned house.
Oh, okay.
There inside, I walked up a staircase.
Oh, okay.
Risking life and limb.
Was it buried? Like, did you have to excavate this house or just like...
I had to use all of my wits and all of my resources to force my way through a plywood door.
Okay, so you went into a condemned building.
Condemned, yes.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
And found an old bottle of lotion.
Yes.
And this is an artifact? This is an archaeological artifact.
Clearly an artifact.
Now, most artifacts have like history that they draw from.
Look at this. Look at the bottom.
You're
at the bottom.
Super excited.
Look at the bottom of this. Look at that date of expiration.
Oh, yeah, look at that. That's about 8 years ago.
Yes.
Expired, yeah.
Isn't that amazing? Can you imagine the person that must have owned this and how scaly their skin must have been for them to require such a bottle of lotion?
Well, or not. I mean, it's still a half-full bottle, so they clearly didn't need it that much,
Clearly, this indicates that they were not very long-lived. Let us have a moment of silence. Now, my candy wrapper.
I guess.
Yes, a candy wrapper.
Okay.
A candy wrapper.
I think I have an old bottle of lotion in my own bathroom. But anyway, so candy wrapper.
Yes.
Tell me more about this candy wrapper. I see it's what is that, a Kit Kat you got there?
This is Kit Kat.
Yeah, Kit Kat.
No,
Kit
Kat.
Oh, okay. You say potato. I say Kit Kat.
No, I think this is an artifact of one of the founding population of the Lansing area.
Okay, I'm pretty sure Lansing was founded. Well, you're the archaeologist. When was Lansing founded?
It was founded many years ago.
Great. Self-taught.
Yes.
Yeah. So Kit Kats weren't, I don't think they were around when,
That is what is so fascinating. Clearly, society was much more advanced than we knew.
Well, or that wrapper's not that old. Like, where did you find it?
I found it along the Grand River.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
I do much work along the banks of the Grand River. It is a wonderful resource.
You doing your archaeological digs along the Grand River?
Yes.
Now, I just got to ask.
Please do.
Do you do any actual digging? Or is it just kind of picking up trash and calling it artifacts?
This is a wonderful question.
Thank you.
Of course I dig. Let me show you my tools. I have a wristwatch. I have a pair of rubber gloves.
Good.
I have a martini glass. Everyone needs a nice martini when they are an archaeologist. And, of course, toilet paper.
Okay, great. None of those are used for digging.
Oh, but I use them all. Let me show you.
Well, yeah,
Take my
I noticed.
martini glass.
Yeah, I noticed you've been using your martini glass since you've been in here. So,
Yes.
okay, you take your martini glass, and what do?
Dig.
Oh,
Dig,
once
dig,
it's
dig.
empty, that's your shovel. Have you ever thought about using an actual shovel?
Well, the artifacts that I search for are so small, sometimes microscopic. I dig a scoop of mud, pour it into the toilet paper, and rinse it. The mud washes away, and the
Yes.
artifacts are left in the toilet paper.
Doesn't the toilet paper wash away? Okay, no, that's great. Do you ever auction off any of your items, or?
I have a site online. By the way, you can find me on Instagram
Oh, good.
and Threads.
Oh, you're not on Twitter anymore. Good
Not
for you.
anymore, no,
Yeah, okay, good for
no.
you. So what's your handle?
It is Archie the Archaeologist.
Very original. Okay, Archie, thank you so much for being on the show. We really appreciate you for bringing your
Thank you very much.
artifacts. Feel free to leave them in the trash on the way out the door.
My work is never done.
Neither is mine. Thanks so much for coming. Archie, the archaeologist, everybody. Yikes. We'll be right back after a word from our sponsor. Sand. The soft, sparkling beauty ground into reality by prehistoric glaciers and centuries of relentless waves. Get up close and personal with sand at the Sleeping Bear Dunes Climb, where you can spend the entire day at the beach without getting anywhere near the water, where one step forward equals 2 steps back, where recreation meets torture, where asthma, high blood pressure, and a poorly timed leg cramp can be deadly. So pack some extra water, stretch those hammies, and get ready to spend $3,000 being rescued by the Coast Guard and the next 6 months finding grains of sand in every crack and crevice of your body. This is True Michigan. Your trip begins at michigan.org. That's all for today, Youper Scoopers. Remember, you can listen to this and every one of our episodes on lccconnect.org, plus all your major streaming platforms. Thank you so much for tuning in. We hope you had as much fun as we did. And until next time, if you seek a pleasant peninsula, look about you.